What made you say Ant versus Tatum? Let's talk about it.
Man, because they're people been online been talking and talking about it since they dropped this starting five on Netflix, following LeBron, Sabonis, Butler, Tatum, and Ant, and there was a segment about Ant going in on Tatum. This is Netflix documentary.
Real quick. One of them names do not sound like the others. You know who it is. Keep going. My bad. My bad. Stay on. Sabonis? Keep going. My bad.
Dang, Red Sabonis.
Following Sabonis is crazy, bro. Keep going. My bad.
Yeah, so they had a little segment about and not fearing Tatum. He going right at him and saying he's not the best in the league, all that kind of thing. And so, and people online talking about, man, if I was starting a team, I'm choosing Tatum over Ant. So, there's a little discourse going online, people talking just based off of that. So, I want to see what your thoughts were and how clear it is to you how one or the other.
I got some stats here. So last year, Ant was 26, 5-5 on 46, 36, 84. Tatum was 27, 8-5 on 47, 38, 83. That's good. And that's pretty much around the same area. What's the age difference between Tatum and Anthony Edwards? Let me find that before I keep going. Because I think that's going to be one of the major factors before I say what I'm finna say. Tatum is 26. Oh, yeah.
Ant's 23.
Oh, yeah. Because this is the glaring thing, because the numbers is comparable. Like I said, Ant was 26, 5-5 on 46, 36, 84. Tatum was 27, 8-5 on 47, 38, 83. But I think the big difference was the playoffs. Ant was 28, 7-7, 48, 40, 81. Tatum was 25, 10-6, but 43, 28, 86. I don't think we've seen a bad playoff run from Ant. Like, his numbers is just crazy in the playoffs. And this time, it was 16 games. He got all the way to the Western Conference Finals. So I remember Ray was saying, man, he's only playing this many games. He's only playing this many games. That was one of his main arguments. This time, he got all the way to a conference finals, and them numbers held up. He shot even better pretty much from everything outside the free throw line in the playoffs. Everything went up. Like, right now, and even going forward, I think it's easy Anthony Edwards. The only argument for Tatum is right now is that he can do a little bit more of everything. Like, he's a better rebounder. He's a better team defender. I think Ant got a slight edge in one-on-one defense, but then Tatum got an edge in just pure size and playmaking.
Yeah.
So I would take Ant for the future. And for right now, I could possibly lean Tatum, but then you could possibly lean Ant. But it's a 3-year age difference. So that by itself got me leaning Ant. I think if you just break it down like that, it's easy to go Ant. And then you throw in mentality, give me Ant, basically.
Yeah. You ain't, and I'll be honest, you may get killed, whatever. I don't think you that wrong for saying that. Any other superstar who shot that poorly and all that, and their team won, they would have got criticized for that heavily. And I know Tatum gets a lot of flack still, but he get a lot of defenders trying to act like he's the best thing in the world. Tatum is nice. He's a great player. He's good. But, it'd be hard pressed to say that Tatum hasn't always, not always, but Tatum has had a lot of nice talent and help around him. We've seen Tatum come through in big moments for his team, but I'm not sure if we've seen Tatum, carrying or, anything in that aspect. There's been times where, he's shown flashes of that, but doing that throughout the full season, doing that throughout the full playoffs is a little different. And doing this at 23, he's going up against the MVP. He's going up against the reigning champions. He's going against the Nuggets, and he's, beating them down. So, and
I think the argument for Tatum and my hold up for Ant, and I want to see him get better, and he actually did it throughout the season. My biggest gripe with Ant at the beginning of the season, their very first game, I remember it was Toronto. I thought it was so many more playmaking opportunities where he could have made his teammates better. And I think Tatum is already better at that. Like Tatum is a better fill in the gaps player. Like if Tatum not shooting good, it's still so many other things he can do.
Exactly. Yeah.
He shot terribly in the playoffs. Just keep it a buck. But the rebounding, the assists. If you giving me 10 rebounds and 6 assists, and you still give me 25 points, even though it's in volume, it's like
and you still giving me good team, defense, rim protecting. Like, I'm not gonna be mad about that at all.
It's like borderline, like a poor man's LeBron. It's like I can do everything. It's just the efficiency when he's taking shots, and I don't like Tatum's shot selection at times. Even I don't know who has better shot selection because that matters too. The shots you attempt. I think it's probably even because Ant takes some questionable shots too. But just I don't know. It's the playmaking right now and the filling in of the gaps. Because with Ant, he got good one-on-one defense, but at times, like the team defense, it's like, the playmaking is still in. And then at times, just that basketball IQ, just overall, is still in. But then it's like he's 23.
Yeah. He's 23. He has a lot of room to grow. Tatum's only 26. Some people may say he's 19. But he has a lot. He still has a ways to go, too. So,
who you taking?
I'm kind of like you. Right now, if I had maybe one season or two, I'm taking Tatum just because. But if I'm building for the future, I'm going with Ant. Some people say, to just build your team around in general, it'd be Tatum because he's a big wing, do it all wing or whatever. But sometimes you just need that guy. I choose Ant.
I think that's the difference too. Ant is clearly that guy. Tatum won a championship and we still don't know. I think that's a big deal. You didn't get Eastern Conference Finals MVP or Finals MVP.
Yeah.
You get neither. And then it's like your road to this championship wasn't even all that respectable.
Yeah, you can only play who's there, but it wasn't, he didn't have to go against Giannis. He didn't have to go against Embiid. He had to go against, so.
It's a big difference between Tatum's first championships and the guys we talked about earlier, the Kawhis, the Giannis's, and the Jokic's. They left no doubt even with one championship. Dirk, even when if Tatum only gets this one championship, it's not going to be good enough, bro, for us to talk about him in a certain light. That's all I'm saying.
Found some shit I love to do, so I can live comfortable. Searching for a peace of mind, need that when it's time to rhyme. Perfect in every line, any chance I get, and I know it takes time, but I would never quit.